Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Simple Truth Sessions. This is the series where we dive into words, stories, and ideas that can change the way we see the world. I'm your host, Joshua Kangley, and I pull these words from a book that changed my life called Simple Truths, a collection of wit, wisdom, humor, and beauty, compiled and edited by Harry B. Otis. And this is a book I've referenced in many previous podcasts. And I'm dedicating this series to dive further into some of these quotes that are in this book. And today, I want to look closely at one of these quotes that made me think differently and honestly gave me a little push I didn't know I needed at the time. And this quote is from William Shakespeare. And the line goes, "Our doubts are traitors, and make us lose the good we oft might win by fearing to attempt." Now let's pause here and really hear that. Our doubts are traitors. Shakespeare, writing over 400 years ago, hit on something that still hits us today. He's calling out that little voice in our head. You know, the one that whispers, "You're not ready. What if you fail? Who do you think you are? You can't do this." That voice, that doubt, isn't protecting us. It's betraying us. And when Shakespeare calls doubt a traitor, he's not sugarcoating it. A traitor works from within. You see, they act like they're on your side, but really they're working against you. Doubts can disguise themselves as caution, as humility, even as logic. But their real agenda? To keep you from acting, to make sure you never even step onto the playing field where you might win. And that second part of the quote is crucial. "And make us lose the good we oft might win by fearing to attempt." You see, it's not that we lose because we tried and failed. We lose because we never even tried. That's the tragedy that Shakespeare is pointing at. Not failure itself, but missed opportunity. The good we might have won stays forever out of reach because fear convinces us to stay safe on the sidelines. Today, we know this feeling very well. We talk about imposter syndrome, analysis paralysis, fear of failure. We label these things, but at the core, it's the same as what Shakespeare described, our own doubts working against us. In psychology, there's a concept called the self-fulfilling prophecy. If you believe you're going to fail, you'll subconsciously act in ways that bring that failure to life. But the flip side is just as true. You see, if you believe you can succeed, you start to act in ways that create success. What Shakespeare said poetically, we now understand scientifically. Doubt sabotages action. And without action, potential dies. You know, when I first heard this quote, I was probably 14 years old. I was in high school for sure when I picked this book up and really started reading these wonderful quotes from thinkers, writers, people who were doing stuff. And there was something in my personal life that I'd been putting off. And maybe you have something like that too. Project, a conversation, an opportunity that scares you just a little bit. Maybe it's a business idea, a career move, whatever that it is. Fear is keeping you from action. For me, I realized I wasn't failing because it was impossible. I was failing because I haven't even tried. My doubts weren't protecting me. No, they were robbing me of the chance to see what I was capable of. Truth is, most of the worst case scenarios we imagine never happen. But the best case scenarios, we never get to know them unless we try. So here's what I'd say to you today, what I had to say to myself. When doubt creeps in, recognize it for what it is, a traitor, not your friend, not your guide, just fear in disguise. You don't need to be 100% ready. In fact, there's many opportunities I took on and propelled my future forward. Not that I was 100% ready for it, but because I knew I could do it. You just need to be willing to attempt, because in the attempt, you learn, you grow, and you give yourself a chance to win the good you oft might win, as Shakespeare put it. So what's the one thing you've been holding back on because of doubt? I'd love to hear it from you. Message me, comment, or just sit with that question today. And remember, your doubts might be loud, but your potential is louder if you just give it a voice. Thank you for spending a few minutes with me today. If this resonated with you, share it with someone who might need that nudge too. And again, I'd love your thoughts on this. So email me at admin@guidinglights.org. That's admin@guidinglights.org. Don't forget to subscribe wherever you like to listen to podcasts, as this podcast network hosts several inspiring, uplifting, and positive series. So until next time, stay brave, stay curious, and don't let your doubts decide your story.